will be performing the Postural Assessment Scale for Stroke Patients, also known as PASS. For this questionnaire, you're going to be needing a gait belt, a pencil, and a timer. It is a 12-item questionnaire that gets increasingly more difficult with each question. At the beginning, we are going to be working on tasks that require maintaining a good posture. You need to give the subject specific instructions for each item as written below. When scoring the item, record the lowest response category that applies for each item. Number 1, sitting without support. The examiner is going to have the subject sit on a bench or mat without back support and have their feet flat on the floor. Number 2, standing with support. The examiner is going to have the subject stand, providing support as needed. Evaluate only the ability to stand with or without support. Do not consider the quality of the stance. Number 3, standing without support. Have the subject stand without support. Evaluate the ability to stand with or without the support. Do not consider the quality of the stance. Number 4, standing on the non-paretic leg. The examiner will have the subject stand on the non-paretic leg. Evaluate only the ability to bear weight entirely on the non-paretic leg. Do not consider how the subject accomplishes the task. Number 5, standing on the paretic leg. Have the subject stand on the paretic leg. Evaluate the ability to bear weight entirely on the paretic leg. Do not consider the subject's ability to accomplish the task. For the next 6 questions, we will be looking at changing of a posture. For number 6, supine to the paretic side, lateral. The examiner will begin by having the subject in supine on the treatment mat. Instruct the patient to roll onto the paretic side. Assist as necessary. Evaluate the subject's performance and the amount of help required. Do not consider the quality of performance. Number 7, supine to the non-paretic side, lateral. Begin with the subject in supine on the treatment mat. Instruct the patient to roll to the non-paretic side. Assist as necessary. Evaluate the subject's performance on the amount of help required. Do not consider the quality of performance. Number 8, supine to sitting on the edge of the mat. Begin with the subject in supine on the treatment mat. Instruct the subject to come to sitting on the edge of the mat. Assist as necessary. Evaluate the subject's performance on the amount of help required, but do not consider the amount of quality of performance. For number 9, sitting on the edge of the mat to supine. The examiner will begin with the subject sitting on the edge of the treatment mat. Instruct the subject to return to supine. Assist as necessary. Evaluate the subject's performance on the amount of help required. Do not consider the quality of performance. Number 10, sitting to standing up. The examiner with the subject sitting on the edge of the treatment mat will instruct the subject to stand without support. Assist if necessary. Evaluate the subject's performance on the amount of help required, but do not consider the quality of performance. Number 11, standing up to sitting down. The examiner will begin by having the subject standing at the edge of a treatment mat. Instruct the subject to sit on the edge of the mat without support. Assist if necessary. Evaluate the subject's performance on the amount of help required. Do not consider the quality of performance. Number 12, standing, picking up a pencil from the floor. The examiner will begin with the subject standing, instruct the subject to pick up a pencil from the floor without support, assist if necessary, evaluate the subject's performance on the amount of help required. Do not consider the quality of performance.